So the latest Pac Man World 2 RePac trailer came out, 13 days ago, and, I was really happy. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so happy the pack is back, but for real this time, because, I grew up with Pac Man World 2. That's my favorite, Pac-Man game. Unfortunately, as you can see from the footage, I immediately noticed something upon further rewatching. For those of you who haven't played it, you probably don't even realize what I'm talking about. But if you look right here, as Pac-Man's falling, what was that? Why was he so slow? Look at that. That's not a butt bounce. That's Pac Man World RePac's butt bounce. That's Pac Man World RePac's physics. That's not how World 2 feels. Pac-Man's not slow in World 2. He goes... Hold on, let me find this. Because I was like, there's no way, right? I'm not remembering this wrong or something. And if you go right here, you look at this footage. Look at that. Look at that speed. Look at the speed at which he falls. And then compare it. Also compare it to the height and speed at which he goes here. Wow, so high. And also, wow. He sure is butt bouncing. He sure is doing that. Why is he so floaty? Because it's just World 1 RePac! Also, I've noticed other things. One, this is really beautiful. I like this. I like this in this remake of the main menu. It's really nice. But if you noticed here, right here, when he's running, he's so slow. He's so slow. Why is he so slow? He still has Pac Man World 1 RePac's freaking running speed. Why is he so slow? Where else? Where else? Let me find it. Okay, so, right here, right? Okay, 1. Super butt bounce? What are you talking about? He doesn't need that. In the original game, he can make that distance by just jumping. He doesn't need that. Why does he have this? Cliff hanging? A little slow. Could be faster. Ice skating? I immediately noticed he has a lot more control. That's not something I would get mad about. I wouldn't get mad about that. Because honestly, if you give me a second here, if you look at the way Pac-Man does his blades, his ice skating, it takes momentum. He needs momentum to slide, and it feels a lot more realistic, which is cool. I thought it was really cool at the time. I was like, whoa, it feels like real ice skating. Wow, wow. But you go back here. There's no momentum here. There's no momentum here. I don't get it. You can clearly see that there's no trouble. There's probably zero. You're probably not even gonna have any trouble getting through any of this. It's probably gonna be really, really easy compared to if you've ever played this as a kid. This is way harder than it looks. Keeping control of Pac-Man because here's the thing. He's going a lot slower. You can go way faster. That's the thing. If you have, because obviously this guy's going for 100%, because I'm using 100% footage to show off. But you could go a lot faster. Youch. Yowza. And as you can see, again, momentum. He's still not pulling fully, but basically, this level's way harder than the original if you're not going for 100%. This one just feels very automated. I think there's just one set speed. Because as you can see, as he was going down the hill, he just didn't speed up. One thing I like, though, is they changed Blinky up a little bit. This wasn't in the original. Again, these are just Pac Man World 1 RePac enemies. I don't know why. I don't know why these are here. I thought it was cool the first time I saw it. I was like, wow, new boss stuff. But why are they here? They were never in Pac Man World 2. Why are they here? It's just weird. New features, new cool stuff, like clothing. That's cool. That's nice. Here's something that I like. he squashes and stretches here for a second, if you can see it real. Oh, look at that. Squash and stretch. That's real nice. You know what else is nice? Find it real quick. Beat a level. Oh, he does the Pac Man wink, but he also does his little dance. But problem is, that's Pac Man World 1's dance, which, by the way, he didn't do that in Pac Man World 1 RePac. He didn't do his little dance in World 1 RePac. I thought that was really weird. That was really weird that he didn't do that. But this isn't even World 2's like. But this isn't even World 2's like level complete, because World 2's level complete. Give me a second. Right here. That's the little jig he does when you complete a level. This one right here, the fists pumping in the air, that's World 1. That's World 1's dance. That's not World 2. Another thing I noticed, look at this man. Look at this man right here. This Pac Man. I love his confidence, his pose. Whenever you stop in Pac Man World 2, he has so much confidence. Look at this man. Also, look at the way he runs around. When you run around, he runs into a turn. That's such, like, fine detail to his little animations. Like, he has so much personality. He has so much personality. Look at him. He even, like, stays on a hill. If you go... Hold on. Right here, he's gonna, like... Yeah, look at that. I don't think that's gonna be in World 2 RePac. Honestly, I'm starting to feel worried that this is basically just, like... It's a remake, but it doesn't have the soul of the original. Because if you look real close right here, I noticed immediately that, yes, there's bigger, better, like, view distances, but I liked that in the original, when you went into Bedoink Forest, you couldn't really see all that far ahead. But what you had to do was rely on looking downwards. As you can see, a lot of fog, because you're in a deep, deep woods. That's what a lot of old games did. Well, they would hide. It kind of gave a little atmosphere. I know it was basically restrictions, but this is just how it was back in the day. But I liked how it was, because if you look right here, this is how it works. You just go down, bang, bang, and I thought that was really nice. Also, this is one of those comparison shots right here. I just want to say it right here. The way Pac Man jumps is also one of the most important things. Because if you see it, butt bounces really fast. His jump is really fast. If you go to the official graphics comparison video, by the way, you can see it right here. You can see it right here that slow. It's slow. You can see it right here, right here. When he jumps, right here, when he jumps, that's slow as hell. You go back to here, fast as hell. Didn't even take a second to go back on the ground. He's so slow. He's so slow! Look at this man! It's ironic because they're trying to turn him into Sonic. If you've ever seen his rev roll, he tries to run like Sonic with his arms behind his back. Which is another thing I want to talk about. If you look at his jump... Where is it? Where's he jump? Yep, that's just the Pac Man World 1 jump right here. Do you see it? He does his little, like, fist up in the air like he's Super Mario or something. That's lame. Like, he did that in Pac Man World 3 and 1, but in Pac Man World 2, he looks like he's making an effort. Look at this. Look at this. Whoop. Look at that. Full arms, all out. Jumps. Whoop. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's like parkour. Pac-Man is making so much effort in this jump. And also, again, it's really fast. It's a fast jump. It's not a slow jump. It makes platforming fun. This just looks like Pac Man World 1's platforming. And also the speed. His speed is not the same. You can tell that he's really slow. It's just Pac Man World 1 RePac with World 2's fucking level design, and I think that's really bad. That's lazy. That's it's not what I want. I want Pac Man World 2 with RePac's graphics, not Pac Man World RePac 1 with World 2's level design. That's not what I want. I want the Pac Man World 2. This is just not it. You can add all the fancy new bells and whistles. You can add, which, by the way, I don't know if anyone ever noticed. I might be the only one who gave a shit and noticed. But oh, do they not show it here? I remember in one of the trailers, see a ghost on a sled. I thought that was really neat. That wasn't in the original. You know, they added a bunch of more stuff for you to actually use the kick. Added landmines. That wasn't in the original, I don't think. I don't remember. I don't remember landmines in the original to begin with. But yeah, you can kick back stuff now. Cool. You can be Big Pac-Man. Cool. At least this one's better, I think. It's faster. When he does the Pac-Dot line, it's actually a lot faster than World 2. Also, he does his little mouth thing. He actually eats them. He actually eats them, like in World 2. That's the only thing I've noticed that is actually taken from World 2. He actually eats the dots. I don't know if he's going to open his mouth when he's running, because I haven't seen it. To, like, miss all of that. Oh, no. If you see it at Talkman, he shakes his head. So yeah, he does eat them. Really good. That's one thing, but it's missing a couple more, like the physics, the jumping, the fastness of the butt bounce. I mean, you know, I guess this could be fixed with mods, but it shouldn't need to be fixed with mods. It should just be in the game, just out the gate. And this game's coming out in a month, so this is probably already gone gold, and I'm basically complaining about nothing because this game's gonna come out in the state it is, whether I want it or not. But I just think that they should, you know, take a couple more months, you know? Take a couple more months. Probably give it an actual physical release for the Switch 2, even though the game's only like 6 gigabytes. Wow, these games are really small. Probably because they're made in Unity. But yeah, no. Just, I don't know what to tell you. As a big Pac Man World fan, yeah, it's just not the same. I could tell immediately because I was like looking. I remember the first day I was really excited too. That's why I'm so upset, because I really wanted this game to be good. I wanted it to be really good. I want this to be the most. I want this to sell like a gajillion pack bucks or whatever, right? I want them to. Which, by the way, I don't know if anyone noticed. They have not. Last point. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but they have not brought up the fact that the arcade is still here or not. From what I'm understanding, it's been replaced with Gachapon. There is no arcade from what we're understanding or seeing. They have not, like, it's not anywhere. Even in the Japanese version, they say that Sue, which, by the way, they changed the design. I like it. They say that Sue's selling Gachapon. So then what are the coins? What about the tokens? Are we not going to have a full-on arcade? Obviously, you can't have Miss Pac-Man, but did they actually take away the entirety of the arcade? Pac Man World 2 was awesome because of that. You just had free games inside of another game. But yeah, just what do you guys think? What do you all think? Do you think I am just panicking and I'm just, you know, I'm old. I'm just old. Maybe I am just old and like, there's nothing wrong with this. Let me know.